Hey guys, WQ here, WQQQQWRT, the real deal. And I'm here, and honestly guys, I don't have a whole lot to talk about. But I do have some things I wanted to talk about a little bit because some stuff has been going on lately in my life. I've been running into a lot of my fake haters. Well, I don't know if my fake haters is right because I'm not sure if the fake haters, they just exist to hate on everybody or if they are specific to me, you know? I know everybody has fake haters, but are they possessive? Who knows? But you know, there's a lot in my sphere domain, and I've been dealing with them a lot lately. And I'm actually seeing some good results. I've been seeing a lot of good, I guess, good feedback from these haters. So I have this one video on my channel. It's doing all right. It's getting some views. It's in the system, which is cool. And it's a pretty good video. It's a really good idea. It's a great video, and I'm getting because it's getting so much attention. All these jealous haters come out and they're all like, you're not doing this right in your video. I'd appreciate it if you didn't talk so fast. You know, they just come up with their jealousy, fake hater ideas, which, you know, it's pretty normal. I had one guy who, he goes into my comments on this video and he says, I would have subbed to you if you weren't so mean and rude to your viewers. That's what he says. He goes into my comments and he says, I would have subbed you, you know, I liked your video. I was about to sub and then I saw your mean comments and I'm not subbing. This is what this fake hater said, and this is why I call them fake haters, because this guy is clearly a liar. He's clearly fake, clearly hates himself, right? So yeah, that's why I call them fake haters. And this, I just responded very simple. I just said good, you know, great. This is a benefit. If people like this stop subscribing to me, they stop trying to be my friend, they stop trying to tear me down, I profit. I finally benefit, I profit, the real fans, the real fan base, we all profit, you know? We can finally start growing. So I actually think I'm starting to not only combat the fake haters, but I actually think I'm starting to, combat them, starting to win, and I'm seeing kind of a good return. I'm seeing a good return on my investment there, so huge victory, guys. Huge victory for WQ, it's great. Now, I've been dealing with fake haters, fake people, leeches, you know, mud balls, rats. These people all my whole life. I've been dealing with them my whole life, and a lot of my problems with the Link to Past community. If you guys don't know, the Link to Past community, one of the worst communities online, one of the most hateful, decrepit, just generally bad people. One of the worst communities. A lot of my problems with them, it's not really unique across the board, you know. I mean, dealing with people at my high school, middle school, all elementary school, college, you know, every community, YouTube, Twitch stream, every community on Facebook. I deal with these people everywhere, so it's nothing new. The thing about fake haters is it's their fault that they don't like you. I mean, that's true. It's your fault. It's your responsibility. That's what I'm trying to say. It's your fault ultimately that is persisting. And I'm looking at this over my whole life. There's no other conclusion. A lot of people don't like to say that. A lot of people don't want to believe it, but it's just a reality. And how can I be living 24 years? This is still going on. This is still a problem. Now, I mean, finally, I'm starting to see real results. But the other reason I'm seeing real results, guys, is because I'm finally standing up for myself. So. And actually a good example, not just on YouTube, because I mean, every single one of these fake haters, they keep coming at me and I keep slowing them down. And they'll just come up, what they do is they just change their excuses. They just change the story, you know. It's all output based, actually. Part of the reason I'm able to establish such strong boundaries and keep knocking down the fake haters, it's my gameplay theory. These guys are entirely output based, right? So it's actually pretty easy to identify them for me. But what do you do? And I'm starting to really crack down on it because this guy I knew in high school, actually, I know this guy for like 10 to 13 years. I don't know how long. And I mean, we've always been good friends. We've always been good friends. I run him. He says something on Facebook. He messages me on Facebook. He says something slightly passive aggressive. And I look at this comment. And I'm like, this comment is designed to control me. And I'm like thinking about this guy's he's always done this. He's always tried to control me. Always wanted to control me. And I'm like, I always tolerate it. I always accept it. I always bend myself to their whims. This is the responsibility. This is the fault. that the self has to take. Basically, I just unfriended the guy. I'm like, nope, get the controlling, passive aggressive, fake hater messages. You're done with it. And see, the thing is, I think there's like real good proactive ways to get rid of these people. I think if your production is really high quality, because that's the thing, they don't want you to succeed, right? These people, they don't want you to succeed. So if there's any bit of you're doing well in any way, they'll try to pull you down. They'll try to control you. They'll try to pull you down, and they'll give you bad advice. Bad advice is one of the absolute best ways that they do it, because a lot of people think that it's good advice, and that's kind of the problem. Because what happens is they hate insecurities, right? So maybe it is advice. Maybe they are right? But again, this is why it's all output based. They're looking at the outputs. They're not looking at the inputs. It's the same conclusion generally, but if you arrive to an input-based conclusion, which is derived from the self, well, they come to an output-based conclusion that's derived from jealousy, right? And so it ends up being the same or very similar, but always it fails. Always these output-based solutions fail. But yeah, I think like a good input, or not, I guess not input, good proactive solution to the fake haters, again, having high production quality. And I mean, there's other ways, but I don't really know. The thing is, though, I've never had these proactive solutions. I've never had a single one. I've never had the opportunity for any. And so it's like, for me, I pretty much have to rely on reactive solutions and understanding this problem. And the truth is, it's better to fix it proactively. At least that's what I think, right? So I'm definitely learning. Like in the past week alone, I've really leveled up, and I think these leeches that have been in my life like the whole time, I think things are going to change. I think they're going to start to bleed out. But ultimately, honestly, I don't think it really matters too much. Like one problem I've seen a lot of people, what they do is they just block everybody. They just block everybody, and they just get really mad. And like, I don't want that. It doesn't do anything. It doesn't solve anything. Like if you block someone, or you unfriend someone, or you delete a message, it doesn't actually do anything for you, right? Sure, they're not trying to control you anymore, and if you have a weak persona or weak psychology, I guess that's helping you technically or by effect in the long run. But yeah, I mean, what is this doing for me? Like, it's not actually doing anything. So that's like one reason I really don't like to just arbitrarily ban people, arbitrarily block people. It just doesn't make any sense. But I mean, it's kind of the same reason. I'm coming up with self-theory, because the thing about gameplay theory is there's the true end game of gameplay theory. It becomes about the self. It becomes about improving the self, and then you go even deeper. It's a theory of consciousness. That's the reality. The deeper you go, the real end game of gameplay theory. That's where it goes. And the thing is, I think I am on the right track. I think I actually am doing real good. And me, effortlessly deleting these beta fake haters. I think it is on the right track, because I'm not forcing myself to come to these conclusions. I'm not forcing myself to remove these people in my life, and I've seen this countless times. You force yourself to remove someone in your life that you don't like, or that maybe you do like them, but you're having problems with them. They're trying to control you, and you don't like it. And what you do is you just go back to them. If you force yourself to not do it, you're going to go back to them. That's the problem. There you go. There you go. And it's like, you just gotta go back and back and back, and you see this in relationships, abusive relationships, where the friend circle say you gotta get out of this relationship. She finally agrees, or maybe it gets really bad, and then she agrees. A month later, she goes back. A year later, she goes back. They always go back, and so it's like, and even if they do get out, they'll find another one. So it's like, what's the point? But I'm saying, if you can find real input solutions, well, you'll never go back. You'll never go back. So I don't know. Really, honestly, I have no idea what's gonna happen, but I think I'm on the right track, and I'm glad I'm like finally standing up for myself and standing up for my ideas. And it's interesting, because I'm gonna go back to this guy comment on my YouTube channel. What I would always do is agree with these people and give them the time of day and give them space to breathe. No, we gotta smother them. The thing is, if this guy subs to me, who obviously is never gonna sub to me, if he does sub to me, I'm at a huge disadvantage. Now I have to make my videos around his opinion, right? Because his subbing to me is conditional based on my actions. So now I have to make my video. I can't do anything too extreme. This is exactly the problem. I can't grow. I have to grow on his terms. Well, he hates me. I'll never grow, right? And then it goes deeper. Like, or look at the opposite. Look at the opposite. Let's say I make and say and do make videos on whatever I want to make on, right? I'll track viewers and I'll track subs who like what I'm doing, and I can recreate that. This is why it's natural. This is natural. This is natural gameplay in real life. I can actually recreate this. I can redo this. I can recreate this, and I can do it limitlessly and effortlessly, right? These are the people I want to sub to me, and I'm happy as I'm doing it. I'm happy, and then suddenly you get a new camera, right? So I mean, I'm gonna get a new camera one day. Maybe that's what's gonna make my channel pop, right? That's what makes the channel pop. I really think it's the surface, physical, the mechanics of the project that make it pop, right? It's the insides, it's the underlying blueprints that make it keep going. I don't know if that's true. I don't know, guys, but it makes sense to me. It makes some sense. I've seen a lot of channels that they're lacking one or the other, and they always fall apart on one or the other. So, who knows? But, and I don't know how many my fake haters watch my vlogs. Like, I was gonna make a little personal message to the fake haters watch this vlog, but I'm looking at a lot of I don't think any fake haters actually watch my vlogs. So I guess all my viewers are my good viewers right now. I mean, I see you guys. I'm trying to make a vlog every day because they can't play in the past. So I'm just making tons of videos right now. But yeah, I'll see you guys around. And actually, you know what? Maybe you guys have your own fake haters. You can just tell them to fuck themselves. Like, if you don't want to, I will tell them to fuck off right now. So guys, I'll see you later. Basically, I was talking about this comment. I totally forgot. But if I notice what I did, because I've gotten like 9 different comments from people trying to give me bad advice. Every single one of these comments, I tell the guys to fuck off. I tell them to go F themselves. I tell them that their advice is bad, and I'm not interested in ruining my channel, right? That's what I tell them. Of course, all true stuff. This is all true stuff, right? So I'm telling them this, and they always respond in some low energy method. All low energy men, they all kind of talk and respond the same, right? So they do one of these common responses, and then I ignore it because the conversation's over. I've already won the argument, so I just kind of ignore it. But what happens is other people are reading that, and so I'm actually generating real subs, and then the fake haters, they see these, and then they're not subbing. And this guy is literally just telling me that I'm being successful by me telling him off. And so that's why I even told him off, because I know there's gonna be another fake hater who sees that and is like, oh, you're rude, and they won't sub to me. Boom. I'm winning. That's the evidence. You want that interaction to happen. You absolutely need that interaction to happen. And guys, I will see you later, okay?
If I could escape, I would, but first of all, let me